Every morning, 74-year-old Linda from Georgia fried 2 eggs until the yolks were firm and crisp, just like she'd done for decades. But when her doctor warned her about rising inflammation and heart risks, she was stunned. "It's just eggs," she said. But the truth? It wasn't the eggs. It was how she cooked them. If you're over 60 and still eating eggs the old-fashioned way, you might be silently harming your heart, joints, and memory. In today's video, we'll uncover 4 common egg mistakes seniors make and how a few small changes can protect your health, energy, and independence. Let's start with one of the most overlooked and most damaging mistakes: overcooking your eggs. You see, many older adults believe that cooking eggs until they're completely firm and rubbery is the safest option. In a way, that makes sense. No one wants to risk undercooked eggs. But in doing so, they unknowingly destroy some of the egg's most powerful nutrients. Vitamins like A, D, E, and the entire B-complex family, essential for bone density, brain function, and muscle strength, are heat sensitive. When exposed to high, prolonged cooking temperatures, these nutrients begin to degrade rapidly. Take Carl Thompson, a 72-year-old retired postal worker living in Tampa, Florida. For most of his adult life, Carl ate 2 hard-boiled eggs every morning, but he boiled them so long that the yolks turned an unappetizing greenish-gray. He thought that meant they were thoroughly cooked and safe. Over time, however, Carl noticed something troubling. His legs would often tingle, his balance began to falter, and he felt fatigued even after a full night's rest. His doctor initially suspected neuropathy, but after ruling out diabetes, they reviewed his diet more closely. That's when the truth came to light. Once Carl was advised to change his egg routine, he began steaming his eggs for just 6 minutes, producing soft-boiled yolks, or lightly scrambling them with olive oil on low heat. Within a few weeks, the difference was noticeable. His energy levels improved, and most importantly, the tingling in his legs subsided. He even felt steadier when climbing stairs or getting out of his favorite recliner. From a medical standpoint, there's a clear explanation. When an egg yolk turns green or brownish-gray, it's not just a visual issue. It's a sign that the cholesterol inside has oxidized. Oxidized cholesterol is inflammatory and contributes to the hardening of arteries, a condition known as atherosclerosis. For seniors who are already more prone to circulatory issues, this kind of inflammation can be especially harmful. It's like pouring gasoline on a smoldering fire. The better approach? Cook your eggs gently. Soft-boiled, poached, or lightly scrambled are ideal. And always remove eggs from the pan immediately. Residual heat can continue to cook them even off the stove, leading to nutrient loss. Eggs, when treated properly, can be your ally, but overcooked, they may slowly undermine your health. Now that we've addressed the importance of gentle cooking, let's move to another silent mistake that's just as harmful: cooking your eggs in the wrong kind of oil. Many people over 60 grew up believing that vegetable oils like corn, canola, or soybean were the heart-healthy choice. But research over the past decade has painted a very different picture. These oils are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which when exposed to high heat, oxidize easily. This means that every time you fry an egg in these oils, you're potentially creating inflammatory compounds inside your body. Compounds that can damage your joints, stiffen your arteries, and weaken the muscles in your legs over time. Let me tell you about Angela Brooks, a vibrant 69-year-old grandmother from Portland, Oregon. Angela had a morning ritual: 2 sunny-side-up eggs every day, fried in canola oil. It was her way of staying healthy without eating processed food. But over the course of a year, Angela began to feel like her body was aging faster than it should. Her knees ached when walking, her hips felt stiff when rising from a chair, and a routine checkup revealed her cholesterol was creeping up, especially her LDL. After discussing her habits with her physician and consulting a nutritionist, she made one simple change: switching from canola oil to avocado oil and ghee. Within weeks, she noticed her joint discomfort diminishing. Her walking became more fluid, and a follow-up blood test revealed her HDL, the good cholesterol, had improved. Angela didn't change her diet drastically, just the fat she used for cooking. Here's the medical takeaway. Oxidized omega-6 fats are pro-inflammatory. Inflammation is the root of joint pain, cardiovascular disease, and even cognitive decline. For seniors, especially those with existing conditions like arthritis, switching to heat-stable fats can reduce inflammation at its source. The good news? You don't have to give up fried eggs, just fry them smarter. Use fats with high smoke points and anti-inflammatory benefits, like extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, butter, or ghee. Or go oil-free by poaching or boiling your eggs. These small adjustments can make a major difference. Your morning eggs can either inflame your body or fuel your longevity. The choice is in the oil. After understanding how cooking oils can quietly harm your joints and arteries, it's time to talk about a mistake that's even more common and equally damaging: skipping the egg yolk. This habit often stems from a decades-old fear that yolks raise cholesterol and clog arteries. But modern science and real-world experience tell a very different story. The truth is, the yolk holds over 90% of the egg's nutritional value. When seniors toss the yolk and only eat the whites, they're discarding the part of the egg that supports memory, energy, bone strength, and even vision. Let me introduce you to John Davis, a retired math teacher from Austin, Texas. At 75, John was doing everything by the book: daily walks, a low-fat diet, and egg white omelets every morning. He'd read that yolks were bad for cholesterol, so he cut them out entirely. But within a few months, his body started to change. He felt foggy in the mornings, forgot names mid-conversation, and noticed his legs weren't as strong during his daily walk around the block. At his next checkup, his doctor noted mild sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, and early signs of cognitive slowdown. Fortunately, John met with a nutritionist who knew better. She reintroduced whole eggs, yolk and all, into his morning routine. Within weeks, John's energy levels rose. His memory sharpened. He even joked he could finally beat his grandson at chess again. As a physician, I wasn't surprised. The yolk is rich in choline, a brain-boosting nutrient that supports memory and nerve health. It's also packed with vitamin D for bones, vitamin B12 for energy, and antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin that protect aging eyes. And here's something most people don't realize. For the majority of seniors, cholesterol from whole eggs has little to no impact on blood cholesterol levels. So the solution is simple: eat the whole egg. Don't fear the yolk, embrace it. It's nature's multivitamin in golden form. Let it nourish your brain, fuel your muscles, and support your strength as you age. Egg whites may be low in fat, but they're also low in impact. For vibrant health after 60, the real treasure is in the yolk. Now that we've clarified the truth about yolks, let's address a more modern threat to your breakfast table: processed egg products. These convenient alternatives, from carton egg whites to frozen breakfast sandwiches and powdered egg mixes, are marketed as healthy, time-saving choices. But behind the shiny packaging lies a troubling reality for anyone over 60. These processed versions are stripped of nutrients and packed with harmful additives that can silently chip away at your health. Maria Henderson, a 66-year-old retired social worker from Chicago, used to rely heavily on fast food egg sandwiches. Her mornings were rushed, and drive-through options felt like a smart compromise. Protein on the go, right? But Maria began experiencing daily bloating, unpredictable digestion, and rising blood pressure. After multiple doctor visits and adjustments to her medications, nothing seemed to help, until a dietitian asked her to take a closer look at her daily breakfast. When Maria cut out the processed egg sandwiches and replaced them with simple, home-cooked whole eggs. Her body responded almost immediately. Her bloating decreased within a week. Her blood pressure began to normalize. And for the first time in years, she no longer needed to pop antacids after breakfast. As a physician, I've seen this pattern countless times. Processed egg products are often loaded with sodium benzoate, artificial dyes, hydrogenated oils, and excessive salt. These additives may keep the product shelf-stable or artificially flavorful, but they also place a significant burden on your liver, kidneys, and cardiovascular system. For seniors whose organs may already be working at reduced efficiency, this toxic load can have real consequences, from inflammation to hypertension to sluggish digestion. What's the solution? Choose real eggs, whole and unprocessed. Boil a batch at the beginning of the week. Scramble them in olive oil, poach them, and serve with fresh veggies. When you eat eggs in their natural form, you're getting the full spectrum of nutrients without the chemicals your body has to work overtime to filter out. Looking back at each of these common mistakes, one truth stands out clearly. It's not just what you eat, but how you prepare it that shapes your health after 60. Eggs, in their purest form, are nature's nutrient capsule. Yet when we mishandle them, overcook, strip away the yolk, pair them with inflammatory oils, or lean on processed versions, we unintentionally turn a superfood into a health hazard. As we age, our digestion slows. Our ability to absorb key nutrients decreases, and chronic inflammation becomes a silent enemy. That's why something as routine as breakfast can either support your body or silently sabotage it. When you gently cook whole eggs and quality fats and skip the industrial shortcuts, you're giving your body a better chance to heal, recover, and thrive. This isn't about food fads, it's about fundamentals. Eggs offer more than just protein. When prepared correctly, they can help lower inflammation, rebuild worn-down muscle tissue, support nerve function, and improve memory retention. But they must be respected. Cook them low and slow. Keep the yolk intact. Skip the processed cartons and drive-through sandwiches. And always aim to pair your eggs with vibrant vegetables like spinach, tomatoes, or bell peppers for an antioxidant-rich start to the day. Here's a simple example. 2 soft-boiled eggs, sautéed spinach in olive oil, half an avocado, and a slice of whole grain toast. It's not just breakfast, it's therapy on a plate. So next time you crack an egg, think about the power in your hands. Each choice matters. Because when you're over 60, your breakfast can be either a burden or a blessing. If you found value in this message, if it sparked even one small change in how you view your breakfast, don't let that insight stop with you. Share this video with a parent, a neighbor, or a friend who's over 60 and wants to stay strong, sharp, and independent for years to come.